How can we compare poetry with psychosis, an illness that involves a loss of contact with reality? Both relate to the intersections between words, and both play across the boundaries of reality and illusion. Like psychosis, poems might not always make logical sense. Unlike psychosis, poems can have the effect of presenting some profound truth. So how can poetry about psychosis bring some kind of clarity to what is often considered a confusing condition? In my thesis, I look at the work of 4 poets who have experienced psychosis and who have written about the illness. Their work is valuable because it culturally represents the illness, but it also uses language in a way that corresponds to the way psychotics use and respond to language. Let me explain by inviting you into the psychotic mind. You become highly sensitive to the linkages and connections between words. You're confronted by a gap in your understanding of the world. Attempting to repair this gap, you create a delusion, and your speech is dismissed as meaningless babble. As in this painting, psychosis is often portrayed as a loss of vision or a loss of voice. When we come to read a poem, we may observe that there are linkages and connections, patterns in the imagery perhaps, or patterns in the sound. We may come to The wonderful thing about poetry is that it's filled with ambiguities, and this may cause us to have gaps in our understanding of the text. We may go to fill these gaps by creating multiple interpretations or multiple meanings. It is this layering of meaning which can work to unravel and redefine this nature of poetic language. This means that poetry about psychosis doesn't just tell us what psychosis is like, but through the very structure of poetic language, it can show us what psychosis feels like. In my thesis, I suggest that poetry about psychosis can provide clarity to a confusing condition and can give a voice to those who are voiceless. Thank you.